September is
International Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
There we go.
I'm Dr. Edwin Vismonte. I'm a urologist at De Los Santos Medical Center.
Ano ba ang prostate, no? Ngayon, para maintindihan yung prostate, syempre, i-discuss na naman natin dahil nauugnay din to sa urinary tract system, sa male reproductive system.
The spelling is URO, not neuro. It's urologist, URO. It's like urine.
Neurologist is yung the word urine, di ba? Urine. We're experts in where the urine flows.
Do we have a higher percentage in terms of prostate cancer in the Philippines?
Prostate cancer is the fourth leading cause of death in the Philippines.
Wow. Is there a certain geography in terms of prostate cancer? Namimili ba siya ng lugar? Is there a certain environment?
Okay. So kung sino yung mas higher risk na magkaroon ng prostate cancer. Actually, with regards to prostate cancer, higher risk kung may...
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the producers, network, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Siguro, just as an intro, Doc, just tell us who you are, what your expertise are, and why should our viewership listen to you?
Okay. I'm Dr. Edwin Vismonte. I'm a urologist at De Los Santos Medical Center.
We appreciate you coming here, Doc.
Okay, thank you for inviting me, Philip.
Thank you, Doc. So, Doc, you did mention, I think kahapon, it was when we were on the call, or nagchat ata tayo, right? You said September is...
International Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
There we go, there we go. So, as a urologist, is that yung core focus mo sa prostate?
Anyway, dapat syempre malaman nung nanonood or nakikinig kung ano ba ang urologist. Although kami namang mga sa Philippine Urological Association, we have been trying to promote what a urologist is, no. Basically, no, ang urologist is yung the word urine, di ba? Urine. So lahat ng daanan ng ihi. We're experts in where the urine flows. So male and female, no? Kasi minsan kami mga urologists, we're being associated with we are doctors of men lang. Pero kasama rin yung mga babae. Kasi di ba syempre yung babae umiihi din, meron ding kidneys, ureter, pantog. Kasi kaming mga urologists, no, aside from the urinary tract system, no, kaya kami nga na-associate nga sa mga lalaki na kaming mga doctors sa mga lalaki. Kasama rin kasi sa amin yung expertise ng male reproductive system.
I see, okay.
So, yung mga fertility, etc.
Okay. No? So, because not everyone, it was only recent, like, ang dami sa mga friends ko, tinatanong nila, what is the prostate? Nasa atin lang ba yan? Is it only for men or sa babae din meron?
Sa lalaki lang ang prostate. No?
I see. Okay.
Para maintindihan natin, we should know the urinary tract system. Urinary tract system, yan yung nagfi-filter ng dugo, no? So the urinary tract system is composed of the kidneys, left and right. Nandito yan.
I see.
Sa baba ng ribs, sa likod, no? Parang ganyang kalaki yan, medyo nakatiklop na palad. So, ito yon yung kidneys, no? So, yung kidneys, yan yung nagfi-filter ng dugo. Pumapasok yung dugong ganyan, babalik yan sa heart para filtered na yung dugo, and then the heart will distribute yung malinis na dugo sa buong katawan. Now, ang product niyan is urine, no? Ihi. So, yung urine, magta-travel yan sa ureter, left and right. Mas manipis pa sa straw. And then may ipon lahat ng ihi dito sa urinary bladder, sa pantog, dito yan sa puson. It's like a balloon, no? Napupuno na yan ng ihi, tapos pipiga. Sa baba ng ihi, ng pantog, nandun yung prostate, no? Dito yan, sa prostate. Parang yan nakaikot lang na ganun, no? Parang donut, no? Sa baba ng pantog, no? And then yan yung urethra sa lalaki. Lalaki lang ang may prostate, babae wala. No, ang function kasi ng prostate sa lalaki, no, nagsisecrete yan ng fluid kasama ng sperm cell para makalangay yung sperm cell dun sa egg cell during sexual activity.
Okay.
Now, yun nga, ito nga yung prostate, no? Ito yung cross-section.
May props pa si Doc.
No?
Yeah.
Yan. Kung ito yung pantog, no? Balloon. Sa baba, nakiikot yung prostate, no? Ang normal size kasi ng prostate, nasa 20 grams. Kasing laki yan ng walnut size, no? Yan yung description sa mga English books. Pero syempre, konti lang, usually nakikita nating walnut, balat na eh, no? So yung mas ma-associate natin yan sa Pilipinas, yung kasing size siya ng Siniguelas or Lanzones. No? Now, as we age, no, at the age of 40, it slowly increases in size, lumalaki. So pag lumaki siya, pwedeng makompress or maipit yung baba nung balloon. Yung bladder neck nga ang tawag namin doon. Pag naipit yan, no, mahirapang umihi ang pasyente, no? Pag nahirapang umihi ang pasyente, hindi nalalabas lahat ng ihi, prone na magkaroon ng infection kasi naiiwan yung ihi. At the same time, 'di ba, since connected yan, yung pressure dito sa pantog, urinary bladder, mag-i-increase, babalik sa kidneys, no, magre-retrograde, and then pwede niyang sirain yung kidneys.
Pag bumalik.
Pagka tumaas yung pressure dito at umakyat yung pressure sa kidney, magbaballoon out din yung kidneys. So, importante, dapat maganda yung flow ng ihi. Saka maganda yung labas ng ihi. Ngayon, syempre, pwede nga lumaki yung prostate, pero kahit naman malaki yung prostate, pero kung hindi naman barado, okay lang. No, malalaman mo yun sa mga nararamdaman ng pasyente. So, kung kunwari ang pasyente na ang feeling niya, hindi lubos na nailalabas yung ihi, maya-maya ang ihi, putol-putol yung flow ng ihi, iniiri pa para ilabas yung ihi, no? Sa gabi, bangon ng ihi, o kaya hindi umaabot sa CR, nababasa yung ihi, no? Or may hesitancy, may pigil yung paglabas ng ihi. Pwedeng merong bara yung labasan ng ihi, malaking prostate. So, we have to address that. No?
How do we address this in terms, do we need to do a regular blood work checkup, or do we have to visit a urologist just like yourself?
They have to visit a urologist and then we assess. Kasi merong depende, ang treatment niyan depende sa severity, no?
I see.
Pwede kasing kung kunwari, meron tayong tinatawag na IPSS scoring, no?
Okay.
International Prostate Symptom Score. Kung kunwari, hindi naman ganun kataas yung score, we could just observe. Pero kung kunwari moderate, we could give medications. Ngayon, with regards to medications, nung para lumuwag yung prostate, meron tayong tinatawag na alpha blockers, no? Pamparelax lang actually yun ng prostate, no? Para maganda yung flow, no? Or pampaliit ng prostate, no? Yung mga dutasteride, finasteride, no? Ngayon, syempre, sa pag-treat ng mga patients, we have to consider yung mga side effect ng medications.
Okay, like what?
Kasi minsan pagka binibigay mo yung pampaluwag ng ihi, no, pwedeng meron tinatawag tayong retrograde ejaculation, no.
Okay.
During sexual activity, imbis na lumabas yung semilya ng maayos, pumupunta sa pantog.
I see.
So dapat kunwari may binigyan kayo ng mga prostate medications, nararamdaman nyo yan, you have to tell your urologist so that we could modify the medications, no? At the same time, meron din yung yung pampalit ng prostate. You don't give the medicine unless we're sure na hindi siya prostate cancer. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na PSA. Sa ngayon kasi ang dinidiscuss natin more on prostatic enlargement. Mamaya pupunta naman tayo sa prostate cancer, no?
What is the age range for katulad tayo as guys, our friends, fathers, brothers, what's the age range that's recommended by you in order for us to get checked or screened?
Oh, actually, kasi with regard sa prostate, tatlong entities yan, no?
Okay.
Pwedeng lumalaki yung prostate because of age. Yun yung tinatawag nating benign prostatic enlargement. Or number 2, namamaga lang ang prostate, no? Yun yung tinatawag nating prostatitis, which is more common in male patients na less than 40 years old, no?
Okay.
Kasi usually, with regards to prostatitis, na-aggravate yan kung kunwari, nag-hold ka parati ng ihi. Nagpipigil ng ihi, no? So, nagiging prone na mamaga yung prostate due to infection, no? And number 3, yung tinatawag nating prostate cancer. Yung prostate mismo, tinutubuan ng bukol, no? And then, yung bukol na yan, yung cancer pwedeng mag-spread sa ibang parts ng katawan. Now, yung sa tanong mo nga na kailan ba magpapatingin, no, ang male patients, no, at the age of 40, kasi actually with regards to prostate cancer, walang nararamdaman ng pasyente, unless na talagang grabe na. Ang grabe niyan is kung kumalat na sa buong katawan na hindi na natin matatanggal, no? Kasi usually ang ina-attack niyan yung mga bones, no? So, kung kunwari ina-attack niya yung bones, so magkakaroon ka ng mga bone pains, masakit yung mga balakang mo, etc. So, with regards to prostate cancer, kung ikaw ay may kamag-anak na merong cancer, regardless of kahit anong cancer, breast, prostate, etc., you have to be screened right away at the age of 40. No? Ang screening namin dyan, syempre, meron tayong mga blood test. Number 1, yung tinatawag na PSA, Prostate Specific Antigen, saka yung digital rectal exam. Ngayon, kung kunwari, ang PSA mo tumataas, it needs further investigation. Although, pwedeng may nakikinig dyan o magpapatest siya ng PSA mataas, don't panic. Kasi minsan, yung normal range ng PSA, nagva-vary rin yan eh. Pwede kasing tumaas ang PSA dahil sobrang laki ng prostate, number 1, or number 2, pwedeng may infection yung prostate and other factors, no? So, talagang dapat makita ng urologist. Saka, syempre, kinakapa yung prostate. Meron tayong tinatawag na digital rectal exam, DRE. O na glove finger, kinakapa yung nagre-rectal exam and kinakapa yan eh. Dapat yung prostate ang ramdam niyan parang ganyan eh. Yung firm dito sa thinner area, pagkapa mo firm. Kapag malambot siya, pwedeng prostatitis. Pero minsan may mararamdaman kang parang bukol.
Okay.
Yung parang knuckles. Magdududa yung urologist na pwedeng may prostate cancer and it needs further investigation.
So these two types of screening, yung PSA, is that PSE?
PSA, prostate specific antigen.
Is this like blood work?
It's just a blood exam.
I see.
Oo.
And the second one is more on
digital rectal exam.
Okay.
Kaya lang, syempre, through the years, nagde-develop yung technology, no?
Okay.
So, dati puro ganun lang. And then during the pandemic, merong lumabas na new test, yung multiparametric MRI of the prostate. Kasi minsan, syempre sa may puwet di ba? Sa may puwetan, kakapain mo. Minsan di mo nakakapa yung sa harap. Tapos, mapapansin mo, taas ng taas yung PSA. Wala ka namang nakakapa or what. Dati kasi kapag ganyan, nagbabiopsy na lang kami. Ang tinatawag nung biopsy sa rectal sa rectal area, no? Meron tayong pinapasok na ultrasound probe, and then yung prostate na ganyan, kumukuha kami ng laman, 6 sa kaliwa, 6 sa kanan. Kaya lang, you could not target baka meron yung probability na hindi mo ma-target yung area na merong bukol kung sobrang liit. Ngayon, during the pandemic era, na lumabas nga yung multiparametric MRI. It's an MRI of the prostate, specific for the prostate. Nakikita dun yung higher incidence, no? Yung area, kunwari may nodule, may bilog, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na PIRADS scoring, PIRADS 1, 2, 3, 4. Pag 1 and 2, pwede mong i-observe. Lesser chance na magkaroon ng prostate cancer yung area, yung parang nakikita nilang nodule. PIRADS 3 intermediate, pwedeng pwedeng hindi. Pero pag PIRADS 4 and 5, there is a high probability na pwedeng cancer yun. So talagang kinakailangan mo ng i-biopsy. At the same time, pag nakita na yan, yung mga images na yan, no, meron tayong tinatawag na MRI fusion biopsy. Mahirap intindihin no? MRI fusion biopsy. Pero actually, pag inisip mo ng todo, kasi minsan kami dati, nung mga unang panahon, pinapa-ultrasound namin yung prostate. Minsan may makikita kang puti dyan or itim. Tapos, baka ito cancer or hindi. Pero sa studies, nakita nila, wala namang correlation, no? Yung baga, hindi siya talagang masasabing cancer or hindi. Pero with the MRI, mas makikita mo, kunwari, 90% sure cancer to or hindi. So, ang ginawa, merong na-develop na bagong machine, yung ultrasound na lahat ng mga images ng MRI, kumbaga parang pinapatong dun sa ultrasound. And then, minamap siya computerally. No? And then, kunwari, pag ultrasound mo ganun, meron talagang nakalagay na area doon. And then, yun yung tina-target natin.
How accurate is that?
Much accurate than yung ginagawa namin before na nagkukuha lang ng 6 sa kaliwa, 6 sa kanan.
Wow.
Actually, dati nga, nauso pa yan, yung talagang mas marami yung kinukuha sa kaliwa, mas maraming kinukuha sa kanan.
And it's not invasive, di ba? This, kasi MRI plus yung ultrasound.
Yes, pero it's a little bit ano pa rin, syempre tutusok ka dun sa prostate.
Tutusok pa din.
And then naka-anesthesia yung pasyente. Syempre, kinakailangan hindi gumalaw yung pasyente para while we're targeting the area na high probability na pwedeng prostate cancer, mas matatarget namin. Kumbaga hindi uusog yung area.
How many years have you been an expert in prostate?
A urologist. Actually, I'm a doctor since year 2000. Pero syempre, you should have further training, no? Meron kang residency in surgery and then residency fellowship in urology, no? Actually, siguro mga 20 years na akong urologist. No?
So in these 2 decades, ano masasabi mo do we have a higher percentage in terms of prostate cancer in the Philippines, or are we, kasi in some other countries may mas mataas sa certain type of cancers. Dito, alam ko, a lot of heart disease. Is prostate cancer among a lot of Filipinos in terms of what you experienced in the last 2 decades?
Actually, prostate cancer is the 4th leading cause of death in the Philippines.
Wow.
No? Tapos with regards to through the years kasi, syempre, mas nagkakaroon ng awareness because of media, etc. No? Ngayon, social media. No? Mas nagiging aware yung mga pasyente na magpa-check. No? Lalo na sa male patients, di ba? Usually, male patients, they're tagged na wala silang pakialam sa health. Mas iniintindi nila yung trabaho. So, usually, dapat kasama dyan, syempre, yung mga kamag-anak, yung asawa, or yung anak na they should really convince their father or their husband to seek consult and have screening. Ngayon, syempre, through the years, since nagkaroon ng mas magandang awareness, mas tumataas yung incidence ng prostate cancer. Not because na talagang mas dumadami lalo yung prostate cancer, it's because na mas maraming nagpapacheck.
Aware na sila.
Oo, aware na sila. And then, with regards to prostate cancer kasi, actually, through the years, paiba-iba ang data no? Saka, actually, yung mga guidelines, paiba-iba pa rin through the years. Minsan, ganito dapat ang gagawin. Tapos, after 2 years, ganito ang dapat gagawin. No? Yun, actually.
Is there a certain geography in terms of prostate cancer? Namimili ba siya ng lugar? Is there a certain environment?
Okay. Kung sino yung mas higher risk na magkaroon ng prostate cancer. Actually, with regards to prostate cancer, higher risk kung may kamag-anak kang may prostate cancer.
So that's the one common tip kung meron na.
Kaya nga at the age of 40 pa lang magpapacheck na ang mga lalaki. Pero ngayon kasi, for the past 3 years, sabi nila, kahit hindi prostate cancer, kahit kunwari yung nanay mo may breast cancer or any form of cancer, kailangan magpa-check ka na. at the age of 40. Yun yung number one.
Okay.
Hereditary or familial factors or genetic factors.
And it has to be at the age of 40.
Na yun
Or-
yung recommendation natin na magpa-check
Okay.
yung pasyente. Number two, syempre race, no?
Okay.
Yung mga Black Americans, mas prone silang may prostate cancer.
Oh, I see.
So, mas maaga silang nagpapascreen talaga dapat.
How early? 30s?
At the age of 40 rin talaga.
40 din.
Oo.
40 din.
Kasi kung kunwari, hindi ka naman at risk, ang recommendation ngayon is at the age of 55 eh.
Is this because of environmental factors or is this just genetics?
Genetics, saka syempre age. Kasi yung with regards to prostate cancer nga, meron kaming data. At the age of 60, half of patients have prostate cancer eh. Pero wag kang magpanic kasi minsan actually with regards to prostate cancer minsan hindi naman siya nakakaapekto sa normal life ng pasyente eh.
I see.
Sometimes some people die not because of prostate cancer but because of other factors like hypertension, diabetes, etc.
And they're much at risk of dying because of that, not from prostate.
Not because of prostate cancer.
And is prostate cancer more curable than the rest of?
Yes, it's more curable.
Okay.
And it could be eradicated kung na-catch natin siya sa early age. Kaya nga nandito kami para to make the patients aware, no, na at an early stage, at an early age, kailangan magpa-check kung at risk ka talaga.
What are your tips to prevent the enlargement of prostate? Is there any natural remedy or anything that you would, any medication that you would recommend or lifestyle? Ano yung
Wala eh,
bibigyan mo tips?
hindi mo mapipigilan yun eh. Kasi with regards to enlargement of the prostate, kasama yan sa mga hormonal factors eh. Parang kasama yan sa aging eh.
aging talaga?
Oo, kasama sa aging eh. Wala talagang prevention yan eh. Saka usually kung kunwari, nasa genes mo talagang lalaki yung prostate, lalaki at lalaki yan. Ngayon, syempre, meron sinasabi, dapat syempre, fit ka. Usually, mas prone na lumalaki yung prostate kapag obese, no
I see.
exercise, etc.
Nagpa-check ka na ba? That's I think it's because I also got to experience this because in all of my friends, lalo sa gym, yung mga bata, yung mga 20s pa 30s, they don't even understand what a prostate is. Pero yung mga 50s, lahat sila, dumana sila sa screening. But the young ones, they're not aware na dapat magpa-check up pala ako ng ganito. Siyempre, bata pa sila. 20s up to 30s. Do you think that dito sa Pinas, are we well educated in terms of telling people, dapat magpa-check up kayo at the age of 40 for prostate, dapat magpa-check kayo na blood work for cholesterol, for any other symptoms, for cancer. Do you think we have the right programs here sa Pinas? Is the DOH giving the right information or enough information to the public to be aware of these types of sickness?
Actually, with regards to DOH, they have a lot of programs naman eh, no? Makikita mo naman yun eh. Kaya lang, alam mo na ng Pilipinas, no, maraming ginagawa halos, no. Pero actually, kasama yan eh. Kaya nga kami mga urologists, we're exposing ourselves in media, social media, for the people to be aware, no, with regards to awareness, no, with regards to preventing prostate cancer, etc. Pero sabi ko nga, at the age of 40 dapat magpa-check lahat eh, magkaroon ng general check-up eh, male and female eh. Kasi at the age of 40 talagang doon nagsa-start na mag-deteriorate na ang pasyente eh.
So for females, punta tayo sa females. Sa men, alam natin, we have to check our prostate and all. Sa females, kasi alam ko, females are more prone to UTIs. So, you have female patients.
Yes, oo.
And are they 40 above or do we have younger? Ano yung
Meron
age
ding
range?
younger, oo.
I see.
Oo. Kasi kamukha niyan, kami nga, sabi ko nga sa'yo, I'm a urologist, we're experts in urine, no? So, with regards to UTI, it's because of urinary tract infection, no? Now, yung mga female patients naman kasi, kaya naman prone sila ng ng UTI kasi maiksi yung labasan ng ihi nila eh. 'Di ba? Urethra. Now prone na magkaroon ng UTI kapag nako-contaminate yung vaginal area, yung urethral area kasi ang number one cause ng UTI is yung E. coli. No, it's a kind of bacteria found in the fecal material, no. So ina-advise natin yung mga kababaihan once they wash their rectal area, dapat hindi tumatalsik dun sa vaginal area kasi nagiging pathogenic yung E. coli dun sa urinary tract system.
And ba't ganun? It's people think, kasi laging maalat yung kinakain, laging ang daming sausawan. And they think that's the cause, the main cause. Yun pala, it's from E. coli talaga, not from
Yung sa UTI?
Itself. Yes.
Maraming factors, no?
Maraming
With regards to female patients, yun nga, dapat yung rectal washing nila, no? Dapat hindi tatalsik sa vaginal area, number one. And number two, syempre, with regards to UTI, hindi magpipigil ng ihi. No? At saka yung number three, yung sinasabi mong dahil kumakain ng maalat or what, actually, it's not dahil kumakain ng maalat or what, no? Kasi kapag kumain ka ng maalat, prone ka to stone formation naman.
Sa kidneys.
Sa kidneys, ureter, bladder, no? Sa urinary tract system. Once you have stone formation, mas kinakapitan ng urinary tract infection naman yun.
Wow. So many factors. Doc, what is the most strangest case that you have or the most interesting case that you have in your span of 2 decades?
Interesting. Actually, sa totoo lang, ano nga bang kanta yun ng B-52s? Surprise! It's always a surprise. Kasi sabi nga nila sinabi nga nung tito ko na actually is a surgeon also, no operation is the same. Parating everything is different. Parating kakaiba. Parati ka na lang maso-surprise. Kaya nga, with regards to surgeons, no, actually, a urologist is a surgeon also, no?
Okay.
You have to know how to, yung adapt with the situation. Alam mo yung gagawin. Kunwari, ganito nakita mo. Ito, ganito nakita mo. Alam mo yung gagawin. You should know the basics. So, parating merong bizarre. Kami yung nakikita.
Talaga? Give us an example. Like, ano ba yung strange? Parang...
Hindi, kasi with regards to... kaming mga urologists, di ba, we're experts in the urinary tract system. Minsan, magkakaroon ng cancer ang kidneys. So, we have to remove the cancer of the kidneys.
Okay.
With regards to cancer, nagiging, magulo minsan yung anatomy ng katawan. Kasi once you operate, dapat alam mo yung mga structures. Minsan mabibigla ka, hindi mo ma-identify yung structures. So, syempre, you have to be safe during operation. So, kinakailangan maingat ka or what. Kumbaga, kailangan marunong kang mag-adapt. Kasi every operation is usually a surprise. Yun.
Interesting.
At saka syempre, may prayers yan during operation. There's divine intervention dapat. Sa totoo lang kasama yun So,
and I heard a lot of doctors are not really spiritual, religious. They're really into their craft lang. In your case, hindi naman siya spiritual, no? When you do prayers and all that. No? But does it help you?
Oo, kasi, it's a form of humility, di ba?
Sabagay.
Kung masyadong, kunwari mag-o-opera ka, ay, ang galing ko, ganyan. Nagiging parang hindi ka maingat
Yeah.
No? So, kinakailangan meron pa ring faith and guidance pa rin. Sa totoo lang.
That's good to know. Good to know a doctor with faith by his behind him. Doc, may iba naman tayo. Thank you for all the information. It's very... It's...
Hindi, mga basic yan kasi actually mas maganda kasing aware yung mga tao kasi yung kumbaga i-fix mo yung isang bagay na hindi pa siya malala, kaya pa siyang maayos. Like with regards to prostate cancer, we could eradicate the prostate cancer once it's in an early stage. Pero kung kunwari malala na siya, although hindi naman kailangan magpanic, we could still control it, no? Kaya lang mas mahal ang mga gamot sa pag-control ng prostate cancer in the long run.
I see. Actually, Doc, if you're telling me yan yung basics, yan yung fundamentals, I wasn't even aware of that.
Oo.
Yung mga tinuro mo ngayon. And if I wasn't aware of that, how about yung mga, the whole population itself? I know, I've been around, especially sa mga rural areas. They're not aware of what a prostate is. And they don't know.
Oo.
Yung mga taga-bukid, do you think they even know na, kailangan mo check 40 years old? Hindi, ngayon ko lang nalaman na left and right pala siya. I thought it was just one big walnut.
Hindi, it's a one big walnut actually.
One big walnut.
Kaya lang yung kaninang pinakita ko is a cross-section.
I see.
So nakaikot. Para lang ma-demonstrate ko kung paano nako-compress yung urethra, yung baba ng balloon. No?
That's quite interesting. Yun nga, going back, not a lot of people were educated. Recently, it was only recent. Na parang, kailangan pang pa-check. So, and for women kasi, di ba, ang kadalasan for women, kailangan mammogram daw. Di ba, para check kung may potential. Not everyone's aware. Ano yung mammogram?
Mammogram for
Screening.
breast cancer
Yeah.
naman. Pagka may nodule naman sa breast. Actually, parehas parang yun yung kaparehas nung sa lalaki. Sa babae naman, syempre, kinakailangan you have to do breast exam kasi they could eradicate breast cancer kung earlier rin ang stage. Kasi maraming ang breast cancer survivor. At the same time, marami ring prostate cancer survivor. No?
It's good to know that we have these simple fundamentals in the beginning kasi, for example, sister ko, yung ate ko, she never went through a mammogram. Ano yung mammogram? She told me that. Di mo alam? Sabi niya, mas madami kang kaibigan na doctor. Sabi ko, it's not about that. I think it's general knowledge, which I think we need to spread more awareness for that. Importante right? Actually, the only time that people were aware of certain diseases was during COVID. Doon lang sila naging aware of everything. Dapat malinis yung kamay ko, dapat maghugas, dapat mag-sanitize, dapat Pero after the pandemic, back to normal.
Oo nga.